On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Kitty G. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below in the comment section. First things first, Paulo Dybala is looking like he's going to be leaving Juventus as a free transfer. Could Arsenal be the destination that he lands in? We'll find out. Also, David Ornstein spoke about Bukayo Saka's contract situation yesterday and said Arsenal have started preliminary talks with Bukayo Saka. And today we're hearing reports that Bukayo Saka could quadruple his wages. He's currently on 30K and he might get 4 times that. Also, yesterday after we left the stream, William Saliba has been announced that he will be joining the French national team after Pavard has been injured and he will replace him. And finally, we'll get into more transfer news, but let's talk about last summer and how you rate Arsenal transfer window. Let's go. Bang. Yo, people, what's going on? It's the Kitty G, and we're back again with another video. Me and Dylan are back again. Big up Dylan for joining me once again. Shout out to my guy.
Pleasure as always, bro.
Always. The links are in the description for his channel and everything, all his content. The links are in the description for my channel. Obviously, you're watching right now. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and you can join as a member if you want. Just click that join button. There's 2 levels of membership programs. You can also join there. Plus, you can check me out on TikTok and Twitter. But before we go any further, there's a lot to talk about today. But Dylan, how you doing? People in the comment section,
Good,
let
bro.
me know how you doing. Good morning, everybody.
Good. No football now, so you know, a bit of time to relax and chill out and recover. You know, we've had a good run, so I think it'll be good for everyone involved. You know, take some time away from football, well, 100%. From league football anyway.
I switched my Arsenal kit for a France kit during the internationals because that's the team that I watch. But here we go. Good morning, guys. Yep, that's for me. Good morning from America. I asked the question, who is Arsenal's singing for the season? Because I forgot, I misspelled signing. And then you got Mr. Bongo. The legend has awoken. Big up to Mr. Bongo in the chat doing the moderation thing. And everyone in the chat, appreciate you guys. Let's get the show started. We got to talk about Dybala. I know it's weird, but Dybala is linked to a move to the Premier League because, of course, he has decided that he will no longer be spending his time in Juventus. He will be leaving Juventus this upcoming year, and he will be going somewhere. We just don't know where. At this moment in time, the rumor is that Dybala has decided that he will be leaving Juventus come the summer. Where will he end up? Which club will sign Dybala? Let me know in the chat. Who do you guys think where Dybala could go? But rumor has it Arsenal could be on the list. Chelsea could be on the list. Tottenham could be on the list, but he's set to be a free agent. His contract is expiring, and Arsene Wenger did say a lot more players will be doing this in the coming years, and it seems to be that he was right. So at the end of the season, Dybala is going to be a big fish in the market for anybody to come and grab on a free transfer. Do you think he'll end up at Arsenal? Because Arsenal has been rumored to looking at Dybala. I don't know how he'd fit in besides that false 9 striker role. I don't think he'll be playing on the left or on the right with us. He'd probably play in that striker role. I asked some people what do they think about Dybala in the comment section yesterday in my Twitter comment section, and there are some people saying no, some people saying brilliant, some people saying his salary would be massive. They wouldn't take Dybala. One guy said he's a beast, he's versatile, and for a free transfer, definitely. A lot of thumbs downs, a lot of thumbs ups, and some people just say they prefer other options in the striker position, such as a Joao Felix or Osimhen. But yeah, let me know what you think, my guy. Let me know what you think, Dylan. Talk to me. What do you think about Dybala?
You know, when I first heard the news, you know, about Dybala, you know, he's had previous links to Tottenham, as we've seen, and you know, all the other big clubs over the years. I think I was a no to it, but then, you know, the more I think about it, you know, the competitions that, you know, Arsenal more than likely will be in the Champions League next year. You know, we're going to need people with experience, people that have played at the highest level and that have played at that caliber. Like you sort of touched base on just there, the positioning of where he would go. I was talking to a couple of guys today as well, and I was wondering, can he fill maybe that position like what Lacazette plays now? Can he play like that false 9 in that sort of position? So I'm not sure, but like, look, wages will be an issue as well. I'm sure he's a player that's going to want 300k or something like that. He still is what 27 or something like that, isn't he now? 26,
He's 29. Am I mistaken?
29. Is he that old? I thought he was a
Let
lot younger than that for some reason.
me check. He is 28.
28. See, 28 is not too bad, it's still quite young. But the risk is obviously signing a player at 28. If you sign him on like a 4 or 5 year deal, do you get stuck in a situation on a high wage where we could be looking down at that 3rd or 4th year where he's maybe not performing and we get stuck in a predicament, maybe like an ABBA, Ozil, all that sort of stuff. So I know there is some positives, some negatives, but to be honest, if it's on a free, we can get him on a good wage. Why not? It'll bolster the team. If we're going to be in a lot of cup competitions, we need to bolster the team with experience, and he's also youthful at the same time, and he's played at the best level. So I'd be for it. He's a good player. Good player.
You'd be for it?
Yeah.
Let me know, people in the comment section. What do you think? Would you take Paulo Dybala? Do you think Dybala would be a good signing for Arsenal? Personally, I think he's a great player. I just don't know, how would he fit in that false 9 position, and would he be able to adjust to the Premier League quickly?
That's another thing as well, yeah.
Right, because Syria.
We've seen Kulusevski. Like Kulusevski came across, and he's adapted pretty well so far at Tottenham. So
I think,
but you never know. Maybe Conte has a pull. If Conte's still there in the summer, maybe Conte has a pull in Dybala.
He did. Did he play under Conte?
He must have. He would have. Yeah, he's been there for ages.
Yeah, surely he must have played.
Yeah, he would have definitely played under Conte. So you never know, man.
Okay.
Anyone can be better.
Anyone can be better than Lacazette. Definitely.
Eddie's not, bro.
What?
So I said Eddie's not. So
Eddie Nketiah, definitely Eddie Nketiah not. We're gonna talk about Eddie another time. Today, definitely not the topic that we want to talk about. Aussie Gunner in the house saying Dybala on a free is a good move, lads. Yo, Aussie Gunner, bro, if you want to jump on, let me know. But yeah, definitely, I hear that Dybala on a free transfer is a good move, but his wages. Do you know how much his wages would probably be? His wages.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like excess of 300. That's what worries me.
His wages will be ridiculous, man. Let's be real. How much is he currently
Especially on a free transfer bonus as well, signing bonus.
How much is he on right now? His contract.
I don't think Italians pay that high. He's probably like on what 150 or something like that. 180.
He's on 11 million euros a year. What does that break down to weekly? Let me find.
11 divided by 52. Aren't you an accountant?
I need to find his wages per week because I'm not used to looking at it per annual. Per week, let's see what his wages are per week because he
211.
Oh yeah, shit. It's not.
Yeah, it's about 200. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, look, he's a free transfer. It's going to be probably his last like huge move of his career. And like I said to you just before, I said that aspect does worry me. Is that if he would be on a high wage, how would it look in 3-4 years' time? If he give me a 2-year deal, 300k a week, I'd do it. Why not? He's in, you could say, the prime of his career. I think he's obviously had a bad year this year, but he's an exceptional talent, man. I think it's definitely a player worth taking a risk on, especially as a free transfer.
Okay, safe. What about Coutinho? You know what? I specifically tried to avoid the Coutinho links today, but first comment comes in Coutinho. So you know what? Let's just talk about it.
We sort of spoke about it yesterday as well, yeah.
We spoke about it on numerous episodes, but yeah, let's talk about it now. Coutinho, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with Coutinho. I don't know about you. I personally just think Coutinho is not the type of player that we currently need, but we continuously get linked to Coutinho. Continuously hear stories about Coutinho to Arsenal. Do you think it even makes sense at this point to go after?
Look, I think it's just another clickbait thing. And like I said to you literally yesterday, I said Coutinho's, that role of probably Martin and Emil. Now, is Coutinho better in this current stage right now than both of those players? I don't think so. And will he start and do what these guys are doing for us, the high press, the intensity, the track? Like, I just don't think he will. Coutinho's probably 30 now at least. So, nah. Big no for me. High wages. I think Aston Villa is his level now, personally. So,
I think it's not that it's his level. It's that the expectations from a player playing at Arsenal or any of the big clubs.
To me, like, he's not going to go to a big club anymore. I don't see him. United, Liverpool, no one.
he would not get away with the performance that he had against Arsenal. For example, if he was at Arsenal. The way that he performed against us was terrible. He was missing majority of the game. But wait, if you're at a smaller club, you can get away with those kind of performances. If you're at Leicester, if you're at these kind of clubs, like, you can get away with those performances. But if you're at a Barcelona, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, you're at any of these major clubs, which he was.
Well, that's why it didn't work out for him at Barcelona or at Bayern Munich. Yeah, he had some good performances, but consistency wasn't there. And our boys at the moment, touch wood, they're consistent players so far. So,
and they're young too.
Young, energy, more hungry. You know, he's already reached that peak and upper echelon. Like, he won the Champions League with Bayern and things like 29. That. So yeah,
he's 29 to boot. So I respect to Coutinho. I respect him, but we got to keep it moving. We can get him on a free maybe after gifting Barca Aubameyang.
Definitely a lot of players I'd take over Coutinho at Barcelona.
You know what?
Give us a Pedri.
I seen a tweet yesterday where somebody was saying, why are people jizzing over Joao Felix, but saying Aubameyang was finished? They both play in the same league, and you can see Aubameyang's outperforming Joao Felix. He already.
I think, and I said this to you. Not with Joao Felix. I was saying this about Isaac. I said the Isaac performances used to worry me. A lot of people sort of wanted him at the time when I wanted Dusan, and I just said if he's just not performing, and I said like the statistics even at the time. Abba in the league was better in our Premier League than what Isaac was doing. And obviously now he's just gone and outshone him in his own league in the first 10 games. So yeah, Isaac to me is just a big no-show. And I'm glad we never pulled that trigger on that release clause. That's all I'll say.
You know what? He's still the favorite for a lot of people there because of the Henry-esque type movement that he might have when he has.
I don't think he's clinical enough. I just don't see it. Yeah. I think if you put a Joao Felix in a team the Joao Felix, I think, suits an Arsenal system better because at the moment, Simeone, he's such a defensive-minded player. So you put Joao Felix in our thing, it's going to be a whole different player.
There you go. My guy got Henry, Perez, Adams, Podolski, Benderak. Is that who's that?
Dennis Bergkamp.
Okay, Yellow. And Ian Wright. I like it.
I was gonna go in order with numbers, but I said I won't do it this time. But I've done it before on some of my shows where the numbers are all the way across, all numbered correctly. It looks fucking epic.
There you go. Big up. Now we're going to go straight into Bukayo Saka. If you guys haven't heard, Bukayo Saka will be quadrupling his wages. Yes, his wages will go from 30K to 4 times what he currently is on. He'll be getting close to 25K per week. That is what they're currently saying. That's what they're saying about Bukayo Saka.
So what's he on now exactly? 30K?
1 second.
It's on nothing, bro. Yeah.
1 second, bro. Right now he's on his first pro contract, which is 30K a week. He's currently getting paid as our lowest paid starter in the team.
Bro.
He's the lowest paid player in the Arsenal team at this moment in time, and he's performing as the best player in the team at this moment in time. He's on 30K a week, and it looks like Arsenal will be putting timesing that by 4. But yeah, talk to me, guys.
130. Still cheap.
Arsenal quadrupling his wages. Is that going to be enough to make him sign?
Yeah, we sort of had this discussion yesterday, bro. I think I said to you up to 150. I never would have gone more than that because he's young and you need some more negotiation power in the next 2-3 years. If this guy starts and keeps excelling into one of the best players in the world, we're going to need to up it up again and again. So I think keeping it at that wage is going to entice him. We can't go too high because we need to be smart with our wages and not be stupid like we have been in the past. But he deserves it, bro. He deserves it. So
there you go, guys. Simple. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now. You got George, the Leicester fan, saying Egal fan TV. 30K to 120K. Definitely, that is 4 times your original wages. What are you saying, Aussie Gunner? How are you feeling?
Look, I can't agree more. He deserves it. 120 is a bargain for a player of his quality per week. Let's be honest. So Arsenal come out looking good. Saka gets what he deserves. If we go to 150, 160, even 165, I'd be happy with that. I wouldn't go anywhere near 200, not yet, because like you said earlier, mate, is if we go if we go hard too early, he could turn into a Mesut Ozil, kick back on 5 years and do bugger all. But if you incentivize, if we make it an incentive based with bonuses and blah blah blah, this kid's gonna hit levels. This guy's going to hit second, third, fourth, fifth gear for us. And,
I legit said the same thing yesterday. I said, give him a smaller
bro.
wage, but given the incentives, like, I think Abba's contract had the same. Just
Give
you
him
reach
something
these
like
goal
that.
targets,
Yeah.
reach these assists or whatever, or performance ratings, and then that's what your bonus is or whatever. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
You want to know the thing is, though?
Yo, bro.
Going from 30 to going to 120 for Arsenal is not that hard for us as a club to give him that kind of wages.
No,
he's
it's
going to be our best player, and he's going to be on wages of the likes of middle of the pack players in the Premier League.
And we just freed up, what, 80 million or something like that? So
yeah, we freed up a ridiculous amount of money. Guys, our wage bill was at 145K, 145 million. Now it's at 87 or something like that. So our wage bill, we have the room to renew these contracts. We have
that wage bill will go up next year when we increase the squad. If we start bringing in like a big name, like you bring in like a João Felix, he's going to want 250 a week. So the wage bill will increase.
Yeah, if you bring in Gnabry, same thing. But
Sergi, yeah.
My question to you guys is quadrupling the wages the right call? Because I personally think it is, and Arteta 100%. and the board also are on board to give him the contract. And you know what? This seems like he's not going to be prized away from Arsenal. We seem to be getting things right. We seem to be now looking to give him exactly what he wants. But if we come back and we hear he wants 200K, what do you guys think? Is that maybe being a little too greedy?
With bonuses, like 200K total with bonus, so that means he can work up to 200K depending on his assists and goal tally. I'd consider, but not 200K with none of the incentive, like just straight off the bat, no incentives.
200K, but you score 20 goals a season, 10 assists or some shit like that. 100%.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and across the board, across Europa League or whatever.
All competitions. Yeah,
all competitions. We'll talk about that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like that. But not off the ball, not off the bat. Bugger that. Nah, mate.
Okay.
Got to be tight asses a bit, mate.
What?
We got to be tight a bit. We can't be too friggin' open-handed with the money. Come on. That's what got us into this problem, in this situation to begin with.
100%. That's how we got ourselves into this situation. I feel like there's not a lot to say on the whole situation with the contract, but
I don't think any Arsenal fan is going to question what Saka gets. I don't think any Arsenal fan will.
Yeah, no one's going to even ask, is he worth it? Because he is worth it. Let's be honest. He's worth every penny. So I'm just gonna keep it moving from there. Let's go on to big old William Saliba. Have you guys heard what's been going on with Saliba? Because that right there really put a smile on my face. After we were done the stream yesterday, we found out that William Saliba will be getting a call up from the French senior team. Yes, not the under 21 team where he was the captain. The senior team. Saliba at the age of 20. Guys, at the age of 20, will not only be in the French setup, but he'll be in the national team, the senior team. That is hard to believe with the quality France has. How William Saliba at the age of 20, understand at the age of 20, Gabriel Magalhaes was nowhere near European football. Ben White, who's currently also our starter, he was playing at Preston. So it just goes to show you the levels that this guy's at the age of 20. There wasn't a surprise in my books. They called him the Mbappe of center backs for a reason. But bro, wow, I am impressed at this young age, already getting a call up for the French national team. That his future is bright. Talk to me, guys.
Saliba, like seriously, we send him out on loan. We think we look at this now. Was it the right move? Was it the wrong move? Maybe the right move, giving him some more time on the ball over there at home. And to be perfectly honest now, diamond in the rough, hasn't this guy come out to shine? We'd be insane now to do due to the stupidity, and because I was hearing talks about selling this guy prior to all this. Arteta needs to figure out.
Madrid is sniffing him. They want him.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Arteta was talking about this. It would have been a few months back, that it was chats that this guy could be gone with the sale of Guendouzi and that. It just seems like he was trying to outcast a lot of players. This is the kind of guy we do not want to see go. This guy could be the next Van Dijk, the next Varane. You know what I mean? And he's showing the qualities already. We'd be insane to get rid of him. I think we need to solidify his position at Arsenal. We need to make some guarantees. And what's wrong, Egal, with friendly competition if we make Champions League?
Nothing.
So I've always said that. Like, look, to me, no one's secured in defense, whether it's Gabriel or White. Whoever plays the best makes the starting lineup. That's just, if Rob Holding came out now and started playing a blinder and White was playing shit every week, Rob Holding starts. It's just plain and simple. You should play based on form, and that's how football should be. And look, bro, he's an exceptional talent. Egal, you know how much I love this guy. It really disappointed me to see him out on loan again, but he's proven his worth, man. He's doing his thing. He's maturing as a footballer. Obviously, it's really evident. I think it's going to be a real big shock, for him to get his first French cap before he even gets his first Arsenal cap. So it's gonna be a weird one. But man, I'm happy for him, man. It's what an experience. So, and I think he got picked over Kimpembe, didn't he?
Bro, I don't even know. All I know is Kunde didn't even make the team this time. I don't think.
I saw a lot of Liverpool fans trying to say Konate is better, and
you know what? It's not about Konate is better in this. To me, it's where was what do you call it?
At that age in time, yeah, I know what you mean.
Like where was Konate when he was 20 years old? What was he doing? Was he at Leipzig? Am I mistaken?
Konate probably, yeah.
He would have been surprised.
He was playing in the Champions League.
Well, he's only 23 now. He still would have been at Leipzig. He's been at Liverpool now for a year. So
guys need to stop doing this thing. When I say he's the best young French center back, it's literally proven. He is under 21 captain. He is in the senior team, and he's gotten the most game time out of anybody his age in the center back position this season. He is the best center back in his age group. Konate is like 2-3 years older than him. Man's 20 years old.
Konate can't even get a game.
He can't even get a start at Liverpool. Like it's on and off the bench.
Let's not act like Liverpool. There's a Liverpool tax. When we talk about players, there's a Liverpool tax. If you're talking about two players, that one plays in a good team, other one plays for Arsenal, no matter what, people are going to be drawn to gas up the player who plays for the better team. We've seen it before when we had players. Yep. We've seen it before when we had all our young players in the Cesc Fabregas, Van Persie days. People were always bigging up Manchester United players, even though we knew Van Persie and Cesc were better than almost every player in that Manchester United team at the time.
It's true.
Yeah, well, hopefully we've given these kids a platform now to prove their worth. That's the thing, But obviously, over the years, we were sort of set up to fail, whether it was with Cesc or Jack or Ramsey and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like all these talented people that came through our academy and whatever. So hopefully we've given our youth a platform now so they can shine and play the top level with us.
Let's talk about Saliba's future right now. Arsenal. You have
5 years.
You have 2 years left after this season. Do you sell in the summer if he doesn't sign his contract?
Well, to be honest, we need to. I guess Saliba as an individual, same with his manager, they're going to sit down and say, what guarantees do I have at Arsenal? Are you going to actually give me a chance this time? Because you remember when he went to Marseille, he came out and he said, Arteta didn't even give me a chance. He said, I wanted to play and for him to see me play, but he didn't even let me do that. So I think Arteta really needs to mature as a manager as well and fix on his man management. I think that's going to be a key aspect, and whether he's matured in that. Hopefully he has. I hope so. And hopefully they can mend that relationship, because at the end of the day, one of the best talented centre backs needs to be secured in Arsenal, and we need to sign him for a 5-year deal.
So, okay. What about yourself? What are you saying?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I think Arteta. I mean, Saliba's an Emery boy, isn't he?
Saliba,
he was what's a Raul Saneni signing?
He was a Raul
Saneni
signing.
But under Emery, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
and
it would have been yes.
Like, it doesn't seem like a lot of these players that were brought in by Emery are gone, are getting thrown out the window.
I feel like it's because it's like, it's not mine, I don't want it, sort of thing, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
like,
but you see, when you said maturity, that's why I'm going with this. That's that maturity. It's not mine. I don't see it. Look, just because you didn't see the quality in Saliba doesn't mean he's a quality player, right? For God's sake, you're the man who signed Willian, right? So let's get into facts here. This guy is showing his worth. This guy's playing for France. You got to pull back a bit, have a look at the gentleman, and you're going to have to sit down on the table. If we can't get him to sign, then we have to sell, because there's no point letting him run down his contract for a year if he's not going to
100%.
sign. We need to make a decent contract available for Saliba. We need to make the wages available, and we need to make some guarantees and tell him, look, if you're going to play the football that we know you can play, the starting line is not something that you can't get into. I don't care if it's Ben White. I don't care if it's Gabriel. If he's going to perform better than either one of those two guys, I'm sorry, guys, I'm for Arsenal, not the individual. You know what I'm saying, boys? Best man for the job. And if he can perform better than any one of our centre-backs, so be it.
So, okay. What about DILON? You've already said your piece on this. I personally feel like Saliba's future is with Arsenal. I think he's going to be our third choice. And you know what? I could see him and Ben White being the partnership going forward. I might even see
Gabriel and Saliba. I already told you.
I see Gabriel and Saliba.
I personally think Ben White is slept on how important he is to the way that we play. He relieves us from so much pressure with his dribbling, with his passing ability and his dribbling ability.
You should see Saliba play, bro. I watch every Marseille game, man, and he's played. He hasn't been injured this year either. He's really talented on the ball, bro. Really talented on the ball. Really quick, strong, agile, quick on his feet, man. When he starts playing for us, you'll see how good he is. He's a great talent.
Does it matter if it's Saliba or if it's Ben White or if it's Gabriel and Ben White? Does it really matter? As long as we're winning games, I really don't care.
Well, I think just because Mikel obviously wants a left and right centre back, that's all.
I think
Saliba, and the thing is, Saliba can play in a 3, so I don't know if that's going to widen our options to go into a back 3 in some games or something like that.
Have you guys also seen Gabriel's wages? Gabriel Magalhaes' wages is not of a starter caliber player, in my opinion. You got Ben White on 120. You got Gabriel Magalhaes on like 60K.
He'll renegotiate. You got to remember, bro. Like when we bought him, he was 25 mil from Lille. Like wasn't a big name. No one really knew of him, and it's a chance you are taking. So I think when Arsenal sign players like that, that's a smart wage to bring in, and he's outshone his expectations because no one really expected that. Obviously, there was a little bit of hype at the time. We were all excited because we all wanted a centre back. And look, maybe in the summer, I don't know how long he's got left, or even the year after, he'll negotiate and get higher wages. So I think you'll never have like fair wages across the board because new signings will always end up getting more usually. Like what's Ramsdale on? Ramsdale would be like 100 plus probably.
Ramsdale is Ramsdale on starter caliber wages? I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm sure that they would have bought him with the preference of starter, which is why they spent 30 mil.
Big money on him, and I'd expect the wage to be up there with him too.
Let me check.
Because Leno's about like 120, isn't he? Or 90K or something?
Leno's definitely a starter wage.
Leno's up there. Leno's up there. And look, to be honest, I don't see the problem with having our players come in on lower wages. I think the mistakes we made in the past, guys, was we brought in players, we spent massive on them, and they flopped. And
well, signing Willian 300K a week.
That was a great signing with. Great, mate. Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah. Now, you see, the problem that I have is we made those mistakes back in the day, spending big wages. Kolasinac came in; he was a decent player. Look at the wages he was on. He was a flop.
Yeah, but also it's the save on the transfer fee. That's why that wages goes up.
Guys, someone find out the wages per week for Ramsdale because I've seen his wages per week and it said something like 35K. That can't be real.
Jack said 60 to 80. I don't know if that's it.
Bro, he's on 35K.
Nah, there's no way Ramsdale came in for 35K and a 30 mil transfer. That can't be real. That's probably what he was on at Sheffield.
He's on 63.
63.
He's on 63K a week. That's really good, you know. We're only paying.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good wage. You would have doubled his wages coming from, or doubled or tripled, no matter where he was coming from. So you know to that player, that's an exceptional jump up.
Willian's wages covers Ramsdale, Tavares, and Lokonga.
Jesus Christ.
Willian was on 190 at Arsenal.
You're kidding. That much.
Yeah. Willian was on 190. That's the equivalent to what Ramsdale, Tavares, and Lokonga all make.
I'm seeing about £50,000 a week for Gabriel at the moment. Now I could be wrong, but it's about 50K a week.
Yeah, I think Egal said 60 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to some of these comments, see what they're saying. Fofana's clear. You know what? This whole clear culture. We know for a fact Fofana and Saliba.
Fofana was always number 2 to Saliba. That's not even a thing.
Yeah. When we get Champions League football, he'll 100% be in the rotation. I agree.
Plus the extra 2 cup competitions, man. They're going to get heaps of game time.
Yeah.
So much game time. Injuries.
Man said we're bigger than Leicester. Nah, he's on 60 to 80K. Yes, you're right. He's on 60 something. He is 68. Signing of the season, Ramsdale. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Guys. Don't jump ahead too fast. What's next on the list? By the way, there's a bunch of stuff that we need to talk about, but let me show you guys what the next thing on the list is. This is actually crazy. So we're gonna talk about the summer signings. Perfect segue actually, because we were talking about summer signings anyways. So let me show you guys what I have here. If you haven't noticed, I've already tweeted it out, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to talk about right now. Guys, we signed 6 players, and a lot of people were bragging after the first couple of weeks that there were 6 out of 6s, but I'm still unsure about some of them. But here we go. Let's talk about it. 30. We spent a lot of money in this window. We signed 6 players. What do you rate this Arsenal window out of 10 now, after you've seen how we've performed as a team with the new
I don't think this was a lot of money, you know. I know a lot of people big this up just because, you know, we spent the most in a COVID transfer window, but 150 mil, bro, that's barely 2 Pepes. Like,
exactly.
It's not a lot, bro. Like, we didn't
do
anything.
How much was Lukaku?
Like, Jadon Sancho, 70. Like, we spent 6 players. That's like buying their mid-table signing prices, but they turned out to be like top quality players. So it's a bit different. But do you know what I mean? Like, none of these guys were like the big name that any of us wanted, you know. It wasn't a Sancho or Lukaku coming in. Like, maybe, I guess, Ben White maybe the closest if someone had a hype around him or whatever. I didn't really look too much into Ben White, but they've all turned out to be great signings, to be honest. I think Lokonga, for me, started off the best, and it seemed that he drifted off a little bit throughout the season, and form dipped a little bit, and obviously lost favor within the team. Odegaard's obviously come on his own in the last probably like 5 to 10 weeks. Ramsdale, fucking man, the video that I made when he signed it wasn't a good one, but yeah, he was obviously fantastic. Tomiyasu's been good, but to me, that's one of those question mark signings. Like, is he going to be another injury prone player that we sign and have? So we might need to look at another right back as well.
Okay, so guys, I didn't think I was going to do this, but let's do this now. So signing of the season, very good, decent, meh, flop so far. And we're going to do every signing in the Premier League. We're going to do this quite quickly. So Ben White, where do you put him? I put him up there, very good, or signing.
I'd be very good so far.
Very good.
I wouldn't say signings of the season, yeah.
Odegaard, definitely one of the signings.
Signing of the season so far, yeah. If he keeps playing the way he is.
Ramsdale, definitely signing
of the season.
Signing of the season.
Yeah, signing of the season. Yeah.
1 second. Okay, let me just do it this way. Tomiyasu, decent. Or
decent.
Very good.
No, I'd say very good. No, I'd say very good.
I only say decent just because of the 3 months of injuries.
Lokonga, decent or
decent? Decent.
Yeah,
because he started off well and just dipped off without playing.
He's got promise, man.
Tavares seems good when he plays.
Yeah, decent.
Nah, he has been for me, Tavares.
7 mil backup left back, bro.
I know,
come on,
but
man.
Defensively, this is why we need the difference between him and Tierney, especially defensively, is unreal. Because Granit Xhaka had to hold Nuno's hands. I know he's just a backup, and I know we're not expecting much, but because Tierney got injured right during the time, I know he played well, right? But defensively, he was liability, and that's why Tierney got into the squad straight away. And honestly, I think he can improve. Hopefully, he does improve, especially defensively. For me, right now, he's been a bit like average signing. Like, he's one for the future, definitely. And hopefully, you improve on the defensive side.
Can I jump on in that one?
Let's just put him in decent for now and keep him moving, okay, guys?
All right.
Cucurella, definitely one of the signings of the season.
Yeah, very good.
Sort of dropped. He's dropped off a little bit.
He has, but I think Cucurella has been Brighton's signing of the season and definitely one of the most.
Yeah, he's been their signing of the season for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He started off mad.
Lukaku's been a flop.
Flop.
Jack Grealish been a flop.
I'd say, bro, if you actually watch him play, he hasn't been that bad.
I'd say
decent. Like, he's not obviously getting the goals and assists and stuff, but he's playing decent football, man. If you ask a lot of Man City fans, they'll say the same thing. Jack's playing good.
Okay. What about Cornet has been very
good. Yeah.
Good, yeah. Saul has been a flop. I don't even know who this is. The Everton.
Is that Richarlison?
Who's
that? I can't even see it.
Damari Gray. Damari Gray has been very good.
Damari Gray, very good, yeah.
Or signing of the season because he's like 1.5 mil or something like that.
Price was good, yeah.
Price was good. I mean, it's a flip of a
because
coin.
really Everton are in the mud, so.
Okay, let me know if you see any comments that are really good, guys, that we might need to bring up because I'm on a different
100 million utility, man.
Dan James, he's been decent.
Yeah, decent. Yeah, he's been okay. We see the thing is, Dan James, everyone knew what he was. He came from a good team.
Yeah.
So.
This guy has been Firpo has been the biggest flop.
Who is that?
Egal.
The left
let me
back.
tell you
Firpo.
As soon as Dan James left United, they've been in the mud. I'm just saying that, Dan James left United. Ever since then, they've been in the mud. I think there's a correlation there.
Bro, there's a lot of bad signings. Let's get into it. Oh, remember this one? Everyone was crying over him. The Leicester signing. What's his name? Kamara?
Not Kamara. Not Mendy.
Bukayo Kamara. No.
No. That's not him.
What's his name?
Another one.
What's this guy's name?
Samari. Yeah.
Everyone was crying. He's been terrible. He's been.
I haven't even watched him play.
I think he's been a bit average. He's been a lot of injuries.
Daka's been a good signing.
As well. He's been injured.
I don't say very good. Decent for Daka.
No, decent signing. He's been a good striker for the price, yeah.
What happened to this guy? He went from Southampton to Leicester and he became a shit player.
Who is it?
Who's that?
What's his name?
Vestergaard. I think he's been injured as well.
Oh, has he? Yeah, I haven't seen him play.
I think he has. He hasn't played. I swear he hasn't played.
I haven't seen him playing.
Yeah, just put flop.
He hasn't played in time, you know that. I swear he hasn't played in time. Even think he's coming back. What's his name?
Yeah, Kanate's been decent.
Ronaldo's been meh.
I don't know. I think he's been
decent.
He's still
for
10 plus
a
goals,
squad
bro.
that's 50.
Scores a hat trick.
For a squad that's
What
struggling.
about Sancho? Sancho's been meh.
Meh.
No,
he's only been good for 3 games. He's only been good for 3 games.
He's been playing left and right. I think he's decent.
Okay. I think Varane's been flopping hard.
Nah, Egal.
He's been injured.
Decent.
He's been injured, man.
He's been decent, man. I've been watching United, and he's their best defender by far. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling
That's
you.
not hard, though.
Imagine you're playing with Maguire.
Sahal, I'll put you there. You'll be their best defender.
No, I'm telling you, man. Varane, yeah. I know people are going to be saying United's defense have been terrible. He is the only. Every time he's been playing, they've been winning games. They've been drawing games. It's only because Varane. I am telling you, yeah, guys, Varane. I know people are going to compare him to Ben White because we've been talking about that. Varane quietly had a good season, but his defensive partners are absolute idiots. I mean, Maguire and Lindelof.
Bro, let's not spend too much time on this.
No, I was just saying it.
Broja, very good.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah. I think Broja has been very good.
Good signing,
yeah. This guy, all he did is score against Arsenal the opening day of the weekend.
It counts in it. It still counts in it. Who's that? Is that
Emerson Royale's been a flop?
He's been a flop, man. He shouldn't even be on there.
I'm so glad we didn't sign him. Holy shit.
What's his name? Christian Romero has Ben White has more clean sheets than this guy.
Dude, I'm Romero. People are gassing him up. He's shit, bro.
He's rubbish.
Nah.
Come
on, man. You guys are being
Buendia's flopped. I was wrong.
Guys, come on. Christian Romero, he's been decent, man. Stop it, man.
Come on, bro.
He's been decent, man. I think he's been way worse, man. What's his name?
Oh, Livermento's been very good.
Sorry?
You guys are being Tottenham biased out here, man. Tottenham biased out here. Can't believe that.
We're fucking allowed to be. It's an Arsenal channel.
This guy, Dennis has been a monster.
Yeah, Dennis has been a great signing, yeah.
Yeah.
For them, it's definitely signing of the season, yeah.
What do you call it? What's this guy's name?
Ings.
He's been decent. Goals. He's been decent. He's just randomly.
I'd say decent, yeah.
Goals again, man.
Joe Willock decent.
Nah, I'd say meh.
I'd say meh.
He's not scoring as much.
Nah.
Yeah.
He could have won that game for them.
I know, but he scored an important goal for them.
What about Cat Kicker?
Cat Boy. Put him as a flop.
He was wonderful the other day. He was great against Tottenham.
I'll put him
Egal. Except for him kicking the cat, he's been very good. You know that.
He has been a great defender, man.
Osimhen's been decent, right?
Who?
Say that again. Sorry.
What's his name?
Edward.
Oh, Edward.
He's been kind of here and there, you know. He's been here and there.
I'd say decent. It is Palace.
He's been mad, you know. For me, he's been mad because he's been here and there.
How many goals has he got?
Better.
Guys,
think it's
I put
about
Guaiti.
8.
I put Guaiti
Yeah,
as signing
6,
of the
6.
season.
He's not that many goals. I swear he has not that many goals.
So
I swear.
how? Chill, bro.
Sorry.
Let me just move on quickly. Guaiti signing of the season for
What else we got?
Palace. This guy has been good too.
Why'd you put I know we were joking about the Zuma thing. You should put Zuma up though. He's been good.
Okay, decent. What else is there? I honestly, if I don't really know some of these guys, I can't really.
If it has a Tottenham jersey, just chuck it in
see.
the. I said,
Just chuck
hey,
him in
isn't
the
it that
meh.
Tottenham guy that looks like the Howie of bloody Big Bang
Yeah.
Theory?
Did they sign him
Oh
this
yeah,
year?
yeah. He got on loan.
Wait.
He's got
I
on
think he went
He's on
loan in
now.
January.
They
I
signed
thought it was
him.
this year.
They signed him last year, no?
I thought it was in the summer, and then they loaned him after 6 months,
He's
wasn't
been
it?
a flop so far, but he hasn't got to play much.
Well, he's gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
said La Sociedad or
I'm
something.
gonna see him play.
Okay, so that's it for now. That's what we did. The rest of the players, I don't really know them. Where is Conor Gallagher? I would have put him in one of the signings of the season, but he's not.
Conor
on-
Gallagher, 100% signing of the season.
Yeah.
Kid is balling, bro. You know, if he can't stay with Chelsea next season, we gotta try attempt that. He looks
There
like a
you go.
baller.
There you go. Just before we wrap up, we still have a lot more. We still have a lot more to talk about. 1 second. We still have a lot more to talk about. What are we rating Tavares since he's joined Arsenal? I'm saying 6.
I say 6.
Yeah, 6.5. He wouldn't be better. He wouldn't be worse than that. Yeah.
6.
Because there was a period there, you know, when Tierney was injured, he was stepping up. And remember, Tierney didn't get back in the team straight away because Tavares was playing good. So
But Tavares is a different type of wingback, man. Like everyone's sitting there giving him shit. Like look at Cedric, look at Tavares. These guys go forward very well. They don't come back very well.
look
right?
at Trent.
Exactly. Look at Trent. Trent's going forward very well, doesn't come back very well. So you got two different dynamics. Okay, so let's not knock these guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give Tavares a 6. We're gonna move on to Ramsdale. 10. What do we say?
All day.
10.
11. Friggin'
10 for Ramsdale, because I
10,
think
easy.
Ramsdale overall has been absolutely outstanding. Everybody here probably were shocked how good he's been, and I just think 10 is well deserving for Ramsdale. Ramsdale has been an outstanding signing, no question about it.
He was the player that I didn't think we needed because no one ever thought that we needed a new goalkeeper.
Mate, you're spot on, mate. I swear, I thought he was going to be a backup. Anyway.
Me too. Is Sahal still here? Oh, he left. What about Ben White? I'm giving him an 8. You know, I'm giving Ben White an 8. What are we saying? Ben White.
I'd say 8.5. I'd say at least an 8.5. I think he's been better.
I'll go 8. Yeah.
I think people need to stop this Ben Shite agenda. People making fun of Ben White, saying he's
really
no. Look. When he first came in, and I still see it sometimes. He's been a lot calmer lately, but there's a few instances where he's very rash, and it reminds me of Mustafi. And that's why I was calling him a B-Tech Mustafi, because he was going to rash challenges. There's a couple of things that he was doing that was a bit sketchy. But in the last 10, 15 games, man, cool, calm, whether it's just taking him time to integrate and gain a partnership with Gabby and get an understanding together, like it's definitely, they've molded so well together. So yeah, he's definitely at least an 8 for me. He's done really well. And like you said, ball distribution, the way he plays out the back and stuff, he's been excellent. So yeah.
Okay. Martin Odegaard. Another 10?
9?
No, I wouldn't give him a 10. I'd give him an 8.5. The way he started the season to the way he's finishing the season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because he started off a little bit like nothing.
Shaky.
Because we were starting a meal.
Guys, he started with the North London Derby and then the Burnley game, and he did well in both of those. Stop it. Come on.
Look, I don't think he's a 9. I honestly think he's an 8 and 8.5. I think Ben White's been better than Odegaard.
Do you remember the North London Derby?
I remember the North London Derby.
I'm not basing it off of one game. We're basing it off the last 30.
He hasn't played just one game here, so he has gone missing in a few games here. Don't forget, he's left the field in the 60th minute many a time. So you know what? He could be a 10 by the end of the season, right? But I still
think
it
depends what he does with the rest of the season.
We'll give him an 8. Give him an 8, lower than Ben White.
Yeah, Ben White's been better. Sorry, that's my feeling.
Lokonga. I say 5.
See, for me, like I said, Sambi started the season great. And I think out of all the signings, I think Sambi started the best. And we all had the highest hopes. You know, people were coming out and gassing, saying, next Vieira and all this bullshit. And I was like, pipe it down. He started great. But it really you started seeing the side of him, obviously the ill experience and all that sort of stuff, and lack of game time started affecting him when he got pushed into the team and he wasn't coming up to pace. So Yeah,
Yo,
I think
one second.
I'd have to agree, Egal.
Let me just say
I'm
this.
with you.
Let me just say this. Speak facts. You always are on to me. If you don't want to watch the channel, you don't have to watch it. You know what? I might even help you out. I'm just gonna block you. You have yourself a great life. Anyways,
What's this, bro?
this guy's a weirdo, man. Anyways,
And you can't win with everyone.
continue. He got offended. They were making jokes about the cat thing.
it's hilarious.
For God's sake,
People
man,
are carrying cats in the
we-
stadium. It's fucking
Bruh,
hilarious, bro.
Bro, we have to lighten up a little bit in life, man. For God's sake, man. What do you want?
Did you
Everything has
see
to be taken
expressions?
serious.
Did you see expressions took in like a big toy cat, a blow up cat?
Yeah, Lokonga. We saying 5 or 6 for Lokonga.
Look for me.
Six,
Look
six
for
and a
me.
half.
I'm gonna go a 6 just because he started off and then he dwindled. So that's just why. Because to me, he was the first one that shone out of all the signings.
Okay,
But he
Next.
dwindled off completely. So yeah. Hopefully next year he comes into his own. It's gonna maybe time and experience and more game time and
More game time,
cup
bro.
competitions and
Well,
these guys haven't had the game time. So
think of it this way: with the lineup that we've got with Cedric, with Tavares, with Saliba, and with Holding, we've got a complete second back line, right? These guys are going to have some time to gel.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
You know what I'm saying, so it's not too bad, man.
okay. Moving on to Tomiyasu. I'll give Tomiyasu a 7. You know.
What I honestly say an 8.
I would
Because
say
I've seen
an
him play.
8.
Because as a right back, this guy's not missed a header, right? And I'm telling you, defensively, this guy is sound. He's very sound. I played number 2. This guy is.
So you're giving him an 8. Okay.
I give him an 8.
I would say an 8. I think an 8's fair, bro. We've had such a hole in right back for like 10 years, bro. Since Bakary Sagna went out, that's literally the hole.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
like
when Sagna left, we were screwed.
Yeah,
bro.
like he's not the best at going forward, granted, but I think when he's in the team, it allows him to be more solidified at the back, and then Tierney pushes up more. So
okay. Everyone, now we're gonna end off this part, and we're gonna now talk about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen is linked to Arsenal, but guess what? Today he's linked to Newcastle, Manchester United, and Tottenham. He's linked to every big club in the world. Yeah, so if you have money, you're linked to him. Honestly, what are we saying? Would you be upset if we missed out on Victor Osimhen? Because it seems like at this moment in time, there's so many links to other clubs, and
I wouldn't be upset.
I personally don't watch Serie A as much as the next man. But when I've watched Osimhen and what I've seen from Osimhen, he seems a good player. But we had an opportunity.
He's a good striker, yeah.
We had an opportunity to sign him from Lille. We didn't take that opportunity. I don't know if we're gonna now go for him in this situation here. And I know Lille are notoriously Napoli are notoriously known for being difficult to deal with when it comes to transfers. You can remember the situation with Koulibaly and Man City, where they basically told them last minute F off. So I don't know. I think this is not going to happen. But what do you guys think?
I don't reckon it's going to happen. There's no way this is going to happen. There's no way. Because to be perfectly honest, it's going to be too hard a deal to get done. And let's be honest, Arteta and Edu are not easy pushovers when it comes to a transfer. I don't think they're going to be allowed to be muscled around and talked to. He's quality, but I don't think he's good enough for Arsenal. Not the gap that we're trying to fill. The gap that we're trying to fill.
And the type of player that we want either.
Spot on, mate. He's not the right type of player.
For me, like Osimhen would be the guy off the bench.
Backup.
For me, that's the guy, yeah.
Would you spend 80 million on a backup?
No, I wouldn't. No.
For Man City, I would, but I'm not freaking Man City, cuz.
15 mil maybe as a backup.
Man City
15 mil, I reckon.
Man, Scott, well done, bro.
Hello. I hope you're well, GG TV for you. I remember you're in the hospital earlier. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing good, my guy. So, what are you saying, Victor Osimhen? You seem to be an advocate for.
Nah. You know what? You know what it is, yeah. With the striker place, it's gonna be a weird one, Egal, this summer, because we got either two options. We go for the marquee signing, or we go for a cheap alternative signings.
So one or both?
Now, you know what? I tell you, we can't do both, because I honestly still don't believe in this board. I have zero confidence if we sign a marquee signing, we're gonna miss out in other areas. People forget, right? And that's what I'm saying. If we get one player injured or one player out, except for Martin and ESL, we don't have good backup players at the moment. So we need to fix the squad as well. So for me,
it's gonna be a hard one for us to get a marquee striker, a marquee this and marquee that. Honestly, if I was Arteta, I don't think it's a smart idea to do it. I don't think so. Right now, the more important thing is the squad, and Arteta has proven it. If we get a good squad for next year, we can compete in majority of competitions, right? We can keep around, and then we can think about marquee signings. But what we're gonna do is, if we get the marquee signings, we will have zero squad. I don't want that. I'd rather have a squad than marquee signings, because at least with the squad, you can get more points, you can compete in more competitions, more likely you can win a trophy. So I'd rather have the squad. If you give me a choice, give me the squad. Give me a backup players in midfield, especially in the midfield area. If you look at our team, oh my God, next year we're going to be barren. We're going to have no midfielders next year. I don't know how we're going to survive. So I think it's going to be a tough one to see what happens in the summer. I honestly think we're going to get 2 young strikers that we have not been linked to. We have never heard of their name. We're probably going to get 2 strikers of that kind of caliber that are more younger, 30 to 40 million. And then hopefully they can do something for us. I don't think Osimhen is the price range we can get right now. Maybe a year's time, maybe hopefully. But I don't think we're willing to spend 80 million on one player. No way. I don't see it happening. No way.
I think we can, for sure.
Okay.
We proved that look, I don't think he's the type of player for 80 mil, but we've proved, we tried to go on for Dusan Vlahovic, so
Dusan was completely a situation where we had the opportunity to do it. We had the opportunity of a generation where this guy, his goal scoring record is up there with is even past that of Haaland and Mbappe. Yeah, his goal scoring record is unreal. Osimhen's goal scoring record isn't up there. So why are we spending the same amount of money?
Yeah, look, I agree. Pound for pound, he's not worth the money.
Guys, let's just move on from Osimhen. Let's just move on from Osimhen. Next one. The next one here is going to be very interesting. You guys are going to be very, very weirded out by it. Erling Haaland has just spoken. Obviously, as I think he's going to Manchester City, but he's given stipulations on what he wants from a club. And this is what he wants from a club. Let me show you guys. And majority of the things that he said he wants, Arsenal already have and would be able to offer him those things. So Erling Haaland was saying the factors that Erling Haaland considers when going to a club. He wants a manager, check. He wants facilities, check. He wants a continued management. Continual management in the club.
Continuity of management.
Continuity of management in the club. He wants a city that's good, and he wants a tactical plan over the next 3 to 4 years. We currently have Arteta. We have one of the best facilities in the Premier League. We're located in London, and we already have his friend and partner in Martin Odegaard. It's very unlikely. It's very, very unlikely.
Egal, I've told you this, bro. I've told you this. If we want to be the best club, we go for the best players. So we should have conversations with Haaland and Mbappe. I've told you this. People might laugh at it, but we should be at that table and at least entertain the conversation. If he wants to laugh at us and not talk to us, then that's his problem. But we should have the conversation. Why can't he come to us?
Bro, the only conversation we can have with Haaland is, what kind of tea do you like? Say hello and goodbye. We're like that kind of club. Right now, if we get someone like Haaland, it could.
Bro, we are the 5th biggest club in the world.
No, I know, I understand. But sometimes, yeah, you need to think about the bigger picture. Haaland is the last piece to the puzzle. He ain't even Mbappe. He's the last. He's a piece of puzzle. He's not those 2 players. They need squads around them. Look at our squad, and honestly, tell yourself, yeah, do we really need only one player? No. If we are Liverpool, if we were City, I would not be worried about it, because City got all the money in the world. Liverpool, even if they get Mbappe or Haaland, right, it's not such a big of issue, because they got great scouting and great everything, and the squads are deep already, right? For us, right now, getting someone of that level, we don't need him right now. And next year, maybe.
Well, bro, you got a shit mentality. I'm sorry.
This is look. Can I just cut in for 2 seconds, bro?
Shit mentality, bro.
I wanted to talk about it for 2 seconds, bro.
Think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, bro. Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing, bro. Let me say one thing, bro.
Let him say one thing, so
Let me
say one thing, bro.
People
Let me just.
Go.
I wanted to come in, bro. I just want to come in for 2 seconds. We didn't spend any money on Vlahovic this season. We've got change. True or not? Can anyone agree with me that I've got change in the friggin' bank? I should be able to spend about 150 to 160 million pounds a year with Arsenal, plus the rest. Okay, because we make that money. Check out Forbes, right? So we're able to afford this transfer window if it all works out right. Over 200 mil. Okay, over 200 mil. Now I know what you're saying that we need players in the squad. We need this. We need that. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But there's no point going out there and doing a Wenger, right, and getting 4 players, right, to fill up the squad, right, and then they end up freaking becoming flops, and then we're going, oh, we got to get rid of this guy, we got to get rid of that guy. Why don't we get players of quality? And I'm not saying this gentleman Haaland. We should go for him. We probably won't get him, but we should be moving for players like Yuri Tielemans. We should be moving for players, like Calvert-Lewin or blah blah blah. We should be moving on him, and not moving on him soft, but moving and grabbing and getting it done. And we don't need to sign 1 or 2 players. We should be able to sign 3 decent players this transfer window with the kind of money that we do have available.
We need 6 or 7 with the Champions League, bro. We got no
I
squad.
know what you're saying. But if you want to get into the Champions League and compete, you need to have a decent midfield. You need to have a decent striker. And if I've got players on the bench at the moment, I can go and gamble with the FA Cup and League Cup.
You want to know something? We need to be in those conversations in the coming years. At this moment in time, I don't think we're in it. But in order to start winning major trophies, we need to be in for the major players. I hear you, Dylan. Moving on quickly into the next topic. Kieran Tierney. We love Kieran Tierney. All of us love Kieran Tierney. Some people will even want him as captain. Look at what he said on Instagram 3 hours after the game. An honor in any an honor to wear. Honor any chance I have to wear the armband. And he puts a picture of him wearing the captain's armband, shouting after the game. Talk to me, guys. Is Kieran Tierney the guy to make the captain?
He's one of them. He's definitely
I think he's one of them. I was a Tierney advocate for captain, but recently, I do see like a lot of people put forward, Martin Odegaard as well. I can see the attributes there also as well, but I think for me, KT is the captain.
The issue is we're gonna have with the captain is that whoever the captain may be, I'm worried about the playing time, because even Odegaard, there's some games he doesn't play either, and Tierney, his injury issues.
Bro, what happened to your audio?
Your audio is bad, bro.
Sorry.
Your audio is robotic.
So I think he was saying that Kieran Tierney is a little bit injury prone.
Well, so is Jordan Henderson. He's captain.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I think Kieran Tierney's a young captain. He'd make a good captain. But at the moment, if you think Gabriel would make a good captain, Tierney would make a good captain. For God's sake, even Ramsdale would make a decent captain with the vibes they got. But a goalkeeper as captain.
I don't like goalkeepers as captain. Yeah.
And that's the only thing. Like, Oliver Kahn did it and all that. But I think that Gabriel and Kieran Tierney as captain, I could see it, man.
Kieran Tierney captain for the coming years. Kieran Tierney's class. Kieran Tierney captain. Odegaard vice captain. Gabriel.
I think one thing, if Tierney gets the captaincy, I don't think there's any Arsenal fan that's going to be like, oh no, he doesn't deserve it. I think that's where it's a unity, and like everyone's going to be like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Guys, let's just move on.
The captaincy's divided the fan base for so long.
Yeah, let's just move on quickly. Arsene Wenger wants to turn back into management. Guys, what do you think? Bad idea? Good idea for him?
Horrible for him. He's fucking shit.
Dude,
I think it would be too much. I think he doesn't realize how much shit has changed over the last couple of years, and it might be
changed, mate.
He didn't realize the last 10 years of his managing career changed.
I like Arsene Wenger, but where could he go? PSG?
I think like French national team or some shit, something like that, part time.
Yeah.
So it'd be something like that, like French national team or something. It has to be the only thing, or maybe like wasn't he going to coach like a Dubai or something like that for the World Cup or whatever?
What?
UAE, wasn't he going to do like one of those, like they were going to pay him like a 20 million or whatever to coach them for the World Cup?
Fuck.
It was like one of those like Saudi teams or something like that. Who's hosting the World Cup? I think they were going to offer him money for it or whatever.
Qatar.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea, to be honest. I think he tarnished his legacy, and if he keeps going, it's just going to get worse, man. Just let it be, bro. Let it be.
I don't think he'll come back, bro. There's no way.
Nah. He misses it. He likes it, but I think he knows that it's time to hang the hat up and say cheers for all that. Just watch the game, cuz.
No, I think it would genuinely be a bad idea if he came back into management. I think he should probably stay. He should stay well clear of coming back into management at this moment in time. There is a couple more things, a couple more players that we're linked to. So just talk to me, guys. Arsene Wenger, do you blame him for the state that the club was in after he left, or do you think it was completely out of his hands?
Nope. Yep. Him. He had an opportunity where he could have just walked away in 2009, and instead he continued to run down the path of top 4 is a friggin' trophy. He was coming around, top 4 is a trophy. Now, I'll tell you one thing. If that guy wasn't brainwashed by the board, I don't know who brainwashed him. Because to be perfectly honest, to say as a coach that top 4 is a trophy, when you're invincible and everything, and now you're saying, oh no, invincible was one thing. We can just settle for top 4? Dude, come on. Someone's had you in a machine or something, mate. Like, seriously. No,
I think the Cronkies just had him by the neck. Look, I don't want to go in on Arsene Wenger. He's not here anymore. I had my say for freaking 6 years before he left, part of the freaking Wenger out bandwagon where we got hated for ages. But I don't want to get into it now, bro. He should just.
Were you one of those people singing Wenger out if you went to games?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I didn't get to go to games, but
I was there in his last season as well.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I went to 3 games that season. Yeah.
Guys, let's go. Last one. Big up this guy right here with the super chat. Say he's Bayern Munich fan. He's like,
nah, I don't want to see the next season.
And
I honestly would. I would like to see Bayern. Hopefully, it would be a nice match. We actually.
It'll be good for Bayern, man. No, I don't want to see Bayern anymore. I went to a psychologist after that. Please, bro. No.
Let's talk about Luka Jovic, guys.
That's all right.
I'm not even going to speak on Luka Jovic. I just think we constantly link to him. I don't like him.
Bro,
I don't like him. I think
we get linked to this guy every 15 seconds, bro. Come on, man.
Oh.
Look, either he's going to come over and hurry up and get it done, or just I've had enough of this one.
Look, he's good in German football. He's proved that he can't do it in the La Whether he can do it in English, different story. I don't know. Look, if you get someone, he's young, you get him as like a bring on off the bench player. You pay Real Madrid 15 mil, and he's on 90K a week, and he comes off the bench and he plays cup games and shit. Like, why the fuck not? It's worth the risk.
Look, backup, yes, not starting.
We need a backup striker. We need 2 strikers in the summer.
Bro, backup, I'll take him. But I thought we were talking starting. That's the only thing.
No way starting. No.
Yeah.
The backup striker, I'd take him for a good price.
Okay. So Hall says his internet's down, guys. Don't worry, bro. It's not a big deal. And then the final take of the day. I don't know who this is, but Cody Gakpo. He is 22-year-old attacking player. He's a forward. He plays for PSV Eindhoven. And this season in the league, he has 8 goals for them already. In the Champions League, he had 2 goals. Europa League, he had 2 goals. And he has a cup goal also. In all competitions last season, he got over 31 goal contributions. It's pretty crazy. So I don't know much about him, but this seems like one of those stories just comes out of absolutely nowhere. He seems to be linked to Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Arsenal. Let's be honest. If you're linked to all these teams, it sounds like media stories from an agent. It doesn't sound like something concrete. But what do you guys think?
He looks like a kind of guy that's going to go to Liverpool because they're going to get rid of that their Japanese forward. What was his name again? Minamino. And to be perfectly honest, I reckon if they get rid of Minamino, he'd fit in perfectly. He looks like a Liverpool player all day. Looks like that kind of a signing. That's a Klopp signing.
Yeah, could be for a small pre. But like, look, if he's not outscoring like Dusan Tadic or whatever, I don't know how good he's doing. Seems like a pretty easy league if Tadic is getting 30+ goals every year. When Tadic came here, he couldn't even get 10.
Tadic literally went over there. Haller went over there, and
that's what I'm saying. That's another one. Haller, like he went over there, tore it up. Here, he couldn't do it. So those signings sometimes do worry me. I think it's a very big risk, but I think there's a lot of like, is he going to be any better than what Balogun would be for us? Maybe.
No,
I don't know.
I think Balogun hasn't had an opportunity.
Yeah. There you go. Anyways, you know what? It's always difficult when it's one of those players where we don't really know too much about him. You know what I mean?
So Han's saying, what about Origi as a backup?
Where?
26
Origi.
Off the bench.
Yeah.
You know what? He's clutch. He's really clutch. And
he is, bro.
He offers
bro.
Backup, or would it be like a
The
Welbeck?
thing is, I think Origi already has like a starting job lined up for himself.
Oh yeah, okay.
Divock Origi already has like starting caliber jobs lined up for himself.
Yeah,
once
if you're
he-
26, you probably want to be starting week
And
in, week
also,
out.
if you're at Liverpool, you won the Champions League. You end up getting decent moves. Look at some of these guys that they move off.
Yeah, and he
He's not gonna wanna
scores
come
in
sit on our
big
bench.
games. He scores in
Yeah.
big games.
He might not be a legend, but he'll go down in the history books for Liverpool. And you don't sell those players for cheap. They're gonna get a decent.
The one
signing.
thing Liverpool can sell players really, really good, man. If you can sell Benteke for 35 and
Yeah.
that other dude that they sold, Brewster didn't even play a game, 25. Like
I
come
did.
on.
I did a poll in the chat, by the way. 74 people voted, but only 23 people liked the video. Guys, like the damn video. It's absolutely free. It helps the channel. It helps the promotion.
It doesn't cost you anything. Like it's just
Yeah.
push the button. Like we're
Yeah.
not asking for just push the
Yeah.
button. Come on.
People saying top 4 on TikTok right now. I think top 4 is done, in my opinion. It's not fully done, but we're in the driving seat. If we miss it out from here, it's an absolute travesty. If any of them, Tottenham or Manchester United, somehow catch
I
us.
think it's in our hands. We're winning all the games we should be winning, and we also verse those big guys that we have to beat: Man United and Liverpool and Chelsea. And I think we can beat all three of them. So
there you go. Yeah, so that's it. Big up everybody. Thank you for watching. You already know what it is. Smash the like button, people. It's absolutely free. And big up to you guys. Thank you, Ozzy Gunnar, for joining me. Thank you, Dylan, for joining me. You already know what it is, guys. Kitty G on EGTV, and we're out of here, people. Peace. On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Kitty G. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below in the comment section. First things first, Paulo Dybala is looking like he's going to be leaving Juventus as a free